Hey, welcome in. It's a Saturday edition of the NRFI video. Friday, 1 and 2 stinks. We don't like it. We move on. We brought out the Cocoa Puffs. Nothing crazy, nothing special today. It's a busy day of sports, so I don't want to waste your time. In fact, there are two pieces of urgency that we have to get to. One of them is an early start here on the diamond. The other is where we're playing these games over at BetMGM, because we have a brand new opportunity here for you that's only going to be here until Sunday, through Sunday. That's it. So you have what? You're watching this on Saturday for today's games. You have another day and a half, maybe that at most. Hit the thumbs up button. We're giving back to you. That's all we ask, right? That you hit the thumbs up button. We also want you part of this ever-growing, the fastest growing sports betting community on YouTube, because it is an awesome place to be. Great, smart community, not just us here on this side. Speaking of which, feel free, because we have this insider access that you can sign up and just be a further part of this community, deeper part of this community, get access just to all of us, not just plays. Rarely is it just plays. A lot of it has to do with our process and maybe even some other stuff that's kind of out there, some regular stuff that you would normally get. Okay, we'll go a little bit deeper. Speaking of which, let's look at the first game here on the diamond and rock out with this Yankees-Rays game. Taillon and Kluber. Look, I'm more interested in Kluber. This was at 105 earlier in the day. It has since dipped. Earlier in the day, by the way, was like 7:30 in the morning. So this is now even money. And understand that it's moving, because I had this up earlier at 105. This is on its way down. It's probably going to be at minus 105 probably before we end this video. So if you're watching right this second, click on it, bet on it, because I don't want to lose any more value for this play. Does that make sense? Like you're going down. So let's look at this here as far as why we're going. Yes, we're targeting one specific matchup, and that's Taillon versus the Rays. It's not so much that Taillon is bad, he's a bad pitcher, and what have you. It's just we think that there's a strong chance Tampa continues to score early like they did Friday, mind you, against the New York Yankees. And the Yankees do give up at home 0.49 runs per first inning, which is like top 10. So this is a team, they just gave up one last night in that loss. They're averaging one over the last three. This is a team at home that has been victimized. Their starting pitching, as good as their starting pitching can be, Garrett Cole, Jameson Taillon, as good as they can put out an arm here, we have seen opposing hitters victimize. And that's where I think we can begin. Look, you also have the threat, and this is probably why it's moving, of Stanton returning, right? So there is an opportunity to get in before this lineup is somewhat healthier. I also think, and this is kind of the obvious one here, that Corey Kluber, as well as, and he has, I mean, this man has pitched exceptionally well this year against the Yankees, but as well as he has pitched against New York, you still have Aaron Judge looming. You still have a bat that can change the fortunes of the first inning with just one swing, right? How many pitches do you need at that at bat? It's just one. The right one for Aaron Judge. So even money is where we begin here. And again, this was at plus 105 earlier. We want to make sure that we're staying ahead of line movement that's in our favor. Minus 105, everything changes. Vig, hold, everything. So yeah, we want to make sure that we're on this right now before it does. Look, BetMGM, I told you about the sense of urgency here. This is only through tomorrow. That's it. Like Sunday's NFL slate is going to start, and then that's pretty much it. So we want you to jump in right now, like right this second, please. I'll even continue to filibuster for the next 45, 50 seconds or so. I won't. But just to give you an opportunity to sign up, click the link below. Look, bet $10 and you'll win $200 if any team scores a touchdown. That's it. Chances are at least one team on Sunday is going to score a touchdown, right? So we want you to jump in. We want you to be a part of what we're doing here. And with that $200, I know that you can put that to work. So we want you to get in ahead of time, because this thing closes down on Sunday. You don't want to be like, yeah, I'll wait. And then it's kickoff and you're looking around like, oh, wait, I forgot. Don't forget. I'm reminding you not to forget to set a notification bar for like right now. Set a notification alarm for about 10 seconds into the future so you remember to sign up, because this sucker is not going to be here past tomorrow. So sign up below. And then your first deposit. After that, bet $10, win $200 if any team scores a touchdown on Sunday. And as we said, yes, you will see a team score a touchdown on Sunday. Hey, you might get 7 in the first here. We'll go back to the Orioles-Red Sox series that I know so many of you love so much. I don't know what it is. We do have a lot of Boston Red Sox faithful here. The play is another YRFI minus 105. This not on the move by any means, so I think we're safe at this point. But this is Michael Wacha on the hill, Jordan Lyles as well. And Baltimore at home is giving up some runs here. Boston also away. Like if you just look at the road runs per first inning average for Boston, they're in that top tier. They're in that top 10, 12 tier where it's like only a small chunk, maybe 10, 11 teams have a 0.5 run per first inning average or higher on the road, mind you. And Boston, Atlanta, there's some significant gaps right between the two. Philadelphia to a little bit of a lesser extent, but it's flipped at home. So that's where we want to at least start here is Boston, who deals with Jordan Lyles. And I understand that this is not the easiest matchup by any means, and Lyles has pitched better as of this recent stretch, but I still think without the K rates there, Wacha's still pitching to contact, not necessarily striking people out. The same thing with Jordan Lyles, getting by with outs and not hard-hit baseballs. There's a good opportunity for a team in Boston, who we just mentioned, is scoring a lot on the road. And then if you look up just giving up runs per first inning on the road, Baltimore right there at a half run, and they're in the top 10. And they're only a small amount, bottom 10 technically, that give up 0.5 or more. So you have these two season-long trends, Boston scoring on the road, Baltimore giving up at home. Jordan Lyles is not good enough, in my opinion, to overcome those season-long trends. And then look, Michael Wacha has been solid, right? I mean, the numbers are there, clearly, what he's been able to do since coming back. No argument with that. I think the difference here is just a matter of how much Baltimore can get to him and how consistent they have been, at least at home. They haven't been. So this is about house money, and this is about taking advantage of, as we've seen, strong starting pitching being way more susceptible in the first inning once Wacha comes in and settles down. So that's the play, yes, at minus 105. Our last game here is going to be the Dodgers and Padres. We're not going to Hollywood. This is a no for us. The reason, I mean, it's at minus 125. We're okay with that. You start to look at this matchup here. Dodgers are okay, pretty good away from home, right? We know that. But this matchup, I think, lends itself, especially with Julio Urias, right, on the hill. It's going to be really hard for San Diego to do much. And they just don't really at home. They're not a great runs per first inning team overall. I mean, they're averaging 0.55 or so, but it's not stellar and it's not top crust. And then you start to look at allowing runs. The Dodgers, and this is where Urias steps in and kind of meets the trend here. The Dodgers allow a best, MLB best, 0.34 runs per first inning. So you really have closed out one half here of the inning because the Padres don't score even with new additions, etc. They haven't changed their fortunes drastically enough. And the Dodgers are the best team in baseball when it comes to giving up the least amount of runs per first inning. Is LA going to smash Blake Snell in the first? I don't think so. And that's what the bet is. We're laying 125 here that Blake Snell is able to stay away from trouble earlier in this. And that's all we care about, right? Is in this first inning. So is it going to be avoiding walks? Is it going to be striking people out? I mean, the guy's got a terrible walk rate just at 10, but he's able to overcompensate clearly because his XBA is low. His K rate is high, over 30%. So I like Snell, even if he gives a walk-up, which he probably will. I like Snell to get out of the jam, and hence we go no run first inning to end. Appreciate you hanging with us. Again, just jump on this offer from BetMGM. If you're going to do anything today, listen to anything that I have to say, click the link below for BetMGM. Sign up, $10 wins $200 if any team scores a touchdown on Sunday, which you know is going to happen. So we'll see you Sunday on another NRFI. But until then, we're going to be cashing some tickets.